welcome to Cringe News.
The news that tells the truth and nothing but the truth.
The World Art Therapy Fair will start from September of this year to August of next year in all countries throughout the world.
Many of us here support this fair to better the mental health of everyone as long as they sign up.
Yeah, in just a matter of hours, people all over the world will be drawing for the sake of their feelings and relying on just a pencil in the form of creativity and the well-being of themselves.
Just imagine everyone getting together, either to try something new or to try to enjoy the community all together. And then maybe some of the crime rate would be lower. But some jokesters like to think they're cool by spraying hidden things on the surrounding walls.
Hi everyone. You must be thinking this will be some boring lecture. Well, you're wrong. It is merely a misconception, like what art is. Now, what do I mean by what is art? It's simple. When you think of art, what is that something you think of? I bet it has something to do with children. This is another example of a misconception because art has more uses than simply entertaining or being a pastime for children. You may be thinking, what kind of art can I use for art therapy? And the answer is whatever. Whatever the drawing means to you. Painting, sketching, even scribbles. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. But another thing to keep in mind is that colors can also define emotion. For example, a light green can mean peace and health, while a dark green to yellowish green can mean more of disgust or something along that line. To answer the question simply, art therapy is just a creative method of expressing through visual art. For example, in the game At Dead of Night, a doctor asks his client to draw whatever he feels at that moment. The client's name is Jimmy. In this case, he made a drawing that was quite disturbing and had many meanings though. His drawings were violent pictures of him stabbing somebody. This client has a lot of trauma. For starters, he was abused as a kid by his father. The picture can mean that he wants revenge for what his father did to him, or it could just be he wants to stab the voices living inside of his head that his father left.
Best show in town and no takers. Who needs proper entertainment when you've got YouTube and My Face or whatever? Stupid, uncultured.
You don't like rude children. They're naughty.
Don't start this again. I don't want to hear it, okay? Not tonight!
Naughty children are bad eggs. They need to be taught a lesson.
Shut up! Just shut up! You always do this. They're paying customers. They haven't done anything to you. Just leave them alone.
Bad eggs need cracking. Whack 'em hard and crack the shell. Kick 'em down the stairs to hell. You know what you need to do, Jimmy. Show them who's boss.
This lets the doctor know that the mind isn't clear and the kid needs proper help. But while knowing this art can heal emotional trauma by creating meaning to it, it can also be very important of recovery for some traumatic cases. It is also often used to treat children in this case because of a lack of vocabulary. This is a way that trauma can heal. It can be described in many ways, but the best way to describe it is through art. It builds coping mechanisms for the person with trauma, and it calls for help. Art therapy can be done in a number of ways depending on how you cope, including with texture on your drawing. Anything really. Anything can be done to it. For example, if you like a drawing like with something smooth or silk or has a rough texture to it. Textures can mean a lot of things. Let's say your texture is very rough. That probably means you have a rough life, but you really want something smooth. Art can help deal with strong emotions. You don't really need to learn or know how to draw. Shapes also have a big meaning to it. For example, a triangle can describe a person as strict or very sharp-minded. Even taking pictures can help one mind. Art therapy can help you cope with stress, self-awareness, boost self-esteem, and can also help you with daily life things. Another thing to keep in mind is that art therapy, although is great for you if you are struggling, it is very recommended to get therapy on top of that. Art therapy can be just as effective as normal therapy, but in most cases, it can be used as a start for healing or the start to therapy. This is a picture I have drawn. It is one of my cartoon characters, and growing up, I have gone through many things. This image represents heartache. I have drawn the physical pain that I feel deep inside, your heart being stabbed through with a spear. The spear, in this case, represents rejection, but for most of you, it could mean a number of different things. Or this drawing that I made after a car accident I was involved in. This drawing really helped me relax when I was still suffering from anxiety, and it really calmed me down. In short, you can draw things in your free time as a hobby to relieve stress or cope with depression, a number of things. In doing so, you are participating in art therapy. A drawing can mean a million words to you, but it can also mean a few other things. For example, something you drew has a personal attachment to others that won't see it the same way as you do. That isn't anything bad because everyone should look at their art in their own way. I think I've done enough explaining for now. I hope you understand how good art therapy can be. Maybe you should try it yourself whenever you feel any type of mood, happy, stressed, anything. I hope you guys are all safe out there, and don't forget to try something new.